Hey guys, this is Slifer-maniac. Guys, it has been a very long time. I had a Sommerloch, you call it in Germany, like saure Gurkenzeit, you also say. Yeah, like a little bit of a summer hole, you might say, or a time where you don't do anything at all, maybe just thinking and working and something like that. Yeah, pursuing a little bit of stillness. But yeah, here we are, finally. I'm starting off the deck profile of none other than Yugi/Atem deck profile for the Waking the Dragons arc. Now, what can I say about the strategy of the specific deck? So first of all, Yugi has far too many cards. As I always wanted to claim, is a good playability, at least for a Go format deck. So I had to sort out many cards. Yugi plays, I think like 34 cards. If we're considering that like Timaeus is an own monster card in the TCG, and cards like Kuri Bandit and Kuri Babylon also are own individual monster cards, which they are not in the anime, I think. But other than that, he still got hold of many monsters. Even if I didn't count these three especially, and we still would have like 31 or 32 monsters, 24 spell cards, of which I think about 6 are anime exclusives, and also I sorted them out as well. Then of course monster cards like the 3 legendary knights, the Hermos, Critias, and Timaeus, were I think as such no individual monster cards as cards in the deck, but he had built them with Legend of Heart, so like these 3 would count also, at least in the TCG. Sorry. Yeah. So I built a very great side deck. Yeah, and the main strategy, of course, is to get along with your fusions in order to build up, and lastly, being able to fusion summon your fusion summons legendary Eye of Timaeus in combination with, of course, on the one hand the Dark Magician Girl, and on the other hand the Dark Magician. And we do have, I think, 2 other fusion summons, which are of course very much standard for Yugi, like Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, and of course Gaia the Dragon Champion. So it is built around fusions of the legendary card, the spell card Eye of Timaeus, and then build up to your fusion summons. But we do have another key element on this very deck, which are the 5 Kuribo brothers, which also are very specific to this arc, because we do not see them again in any other. I can spoil that much. For others who didn't want to be spoiled, just don't listen. Okay, no, there was the spoiler, and I can drag on. So let's tap into it, I would suggest, and there it is. Still, broke the limits of 40 cards by far. I think it's 47 or 46 cards, which I have in here. Of course, we might put some out as well, but yeah, I thought I could just let some in and still have a good playability in here. I think from the combination of the cards, this deck, this anime deck, is by far the best Yugi/Atem deck of all the other arcs in comparison, if I compare it. And regard things like playability as well. Okay, So let's just dive into it. Dive into the monsters, I would say directly without any further ado. First off, I have the electromagnetic turtle, light type, 4 stars, machine attribute, or the other way around, light attribute and machine type. 0 attack, but he doesn't need no attack at all. It has 1800 defense, so a good defensive position and posture. And it also has an effect, of course. During the battle phase of your opponent, you can banish this card from the graveyard and then end the battle phase. But it's a once per duel effect. Otherwise, I think it would be a little bit OP. But yeah, there we go. Love this card also. Very cool. Very practical. Next up is Big Shield Gardener. Of course, a card which Yugi does have during all of the arcs very regularly. I think the Magnetic Turtle was also shown in the Battle City arc, but I didn't see that it does do it past this one. I don't think we see this neither in the championship era nor in the final dawn of the Duel arc. But yeah, I'm not pretty sure, but yeah, I'm just guessing. So Big Shield Gardener, of course, Earth attribute 4 stars, 100 attack, 2600 defense, and its effect works like that. During your turn, during the turn of either player, if this face down defense position card, no other card has been targeted from a spell card, and then you have to change it into face up defense position. If you do, you can then negate the spell card, and also if this card has been attacked, then it has changed into attack position during damage step. It also works like that in the anime. I don't know about the other effect, but yeah, this one is also in the anime, the second one. There we go. Waterpon, a card which I think he played out during the duel where Atem Yami Yugi was playing against Yugi. Soul was lost due to Orichalcus. Leviathan. And of course, Waterpon also is a very, a card which is, I think, shown in many arcs, but Battle City, I don't think it was in Battle City. Also in the movies, it was shown. Light attribute 1 stars, 200 attack, 300 defense, and fairy type. If this card is added from your deck to your hand by a card effect, you can special on this card. So also if you play part of Greed or Graceful Charity, then you draw this, then you can special summon right away. Also very convenient. Big Shield Gardener, I think we see as Yami Yugi / Lil Yugi are battling against Raphael, a very seeable duel, you might say. I would just recommend it to see both of them. He has 2 against him because one of the few duels that Atem lost, Yami Yugi lost at all, was against Raphael, a very capable duelist after my opinion. With a very, you might say, odd special deck based around all those guardians. But yeah, and we'll come to that if we are about to, if I'm about to unleash Raphael's deck profile. The electromagnetic turtle was also played out in the second duel against Raphael, I think. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm about to showcase the real MVP of this arc, or one of the real MVPs, which is Kuribo and his brothers. But first of all, of course, the original one on Dark Attribute 1 star, Fiend type monster, 300 attack, 200 defense, and of course the first hand trap of all time. Of course, if an opponent's monster does do battle damage to your life points, then you can discard this into the graveyard and negate the battle damage. Well, first brother Kuribo. Also Dark Attribute 1 stars, also Fiend type monster, 300 attack, 200 defense. It's also always treated like Kuribo card, like all the others are, and it works like that. If a monster of your opponent declares an attack, you're gonna discard this card and add one Kuribo monster from your deck to your hand, except this Kuribo and once per turn, you can discard one trap card and then choose one monster which your opponent controls and loses 1,500 attack. So also in hand trap, but yeah, in another way. Then Kuribai. Also, all of them are dark attributes and 1 stars and theme types, and it's also always treated as a Kuribo card. 300 attack, 200 defense as well, also all the others as well. If this card, another Kuribo monster which you control, has been destroyed due to battle, you can choose one spell trap card from your deck and put it onto your hand. And that Kuribo card, that has a Kuribo on its text name. You can choose one of a spell trap card which has Kuribo in its text name, like the how's the spell card called? 5-star Twilight. You can choose this just once per turn, and once per turn, if a monster of your opponent declares an attack, as long as you control another Kuribo monster, all the attacks of all other monsters that you control are becoming 0 for the rest of the turn. And if you do that, then the attack is negated. So like a negate effect also. Yeah. Then we have Kuribi. I don't know if the engine attribute type and of course the attack and defense stats, but you can the effect is you can discard this card and choose one Kuribo monster that you control. It gets 1,500 attack, a little bit like the spell card Pump Up, which is an anime exclusive, which also I think gives the Kuri Babylon then 1,500 attack points additionally. You can discard that you control and one Kuribai, Kuribai, or Kuribo. Discard from your hand or your side of the field as a tribute, and then add one Kuri Bandit from your deck or graveyard. Then, after this has been resolved, you can choose one fiend type monster and put it as a normal summon from your hand. Very good effect also. Cool effect. And sometimes in the future I will also be uploading a deck just based around all the Kuribos, because the effects are so handy. But yeah, maybe in another channel or yeah. Dark attribute also, and then all those shenanigans. If its effect works like that, Kuribe. If this card, another Kuribe monster that you control, has been destroyed due to battle, you can choose one monster with 300 attack and 200 defense stats, so like all the Kuribo brothers and also Kuribo attack and defense stats, as a special summon from your deck, except for this one. You can choose this effect once per turn. If this card you control and one Kuribai, Kuribi, or Kuribo from your hand or deck, you can offer them as a tribute, and then special summon one Kuri Babylon as a special summon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So 5th in the row, I think. 5th in a row. There we go. Very sweet, very, very cute little fluffy guys. Then Kuri Bandit. Very cool secret rare, by the way. One of you may say evolutions of the Kuribo. Dark attribute 3 stars, 1,000 attack, 700 defense, a fiend type monster. During the end phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, you can tribute this card, excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. You can add one excavated spell trap card to your hand, also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. Very cool. Okay, then which would make all the sense in the world, and of course, is Kuri Babylon. On Dark Attribute, 5 stars. Where's my autofocus? Fiend type monster. 1500 attack, 1000 defense. Gets for every Kuriboh monster you control in your graveyard 300 attack and defense stats. You can choose one of the following effects of Kuri Babylon once per turn. And yeah. If you have monsters in your graveyard, if you have more monsters in your graveyard than your opponent, you can choose this card and special summon from your hand. Then the second one, during your main phase or battle phase, you can give this card back to your hand, and if you do, you can special summon 5 monsters: 1 Kuriboh, 1 Kuribi, 1 Bai, 1 Kuriboh, 1 Kuribi, 1 Kuriboh as a special summon from your hand or graveyard into the attack position. Very cool card as well. Like I said, the best deck that's possible, after my opinion. Just a bit of there. Then a Sangan, which he had, I think, little Yugi part played against the internal duel, you might say, between Yami Yugi and Little Yugi. Dark Attribute 3 stars, Fiend type monster, 1000 attack, 600 defense, very iconic. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can take 1 monster with 1500 attack or fewer from your deck to your hand. Love that card there. Then, the obnoxious Celtic Guardian, also very handy monster. Earth Attribute 4 stars, warrior type, 1400 attack, 1200 defense. As an effect, cannot be destroyed as a result of battle by a monster which has a 1900 attack or more. But also the battle damage you do get battle damage if it like maybe one with 1900 or more attacks it, and it's an attack position, but it won't be destroyed from them, which is fair enough. Classic, iconic, I have to say, both attributes, both adjectives. Dark Attribute 4 star, Breaker the Magical Warrior, spellcast type, of course, 1600 defense, 1600 attack, and 1000 defense. And the effect works like that. If it's normal summoned, you put 1 spell counter on it. This card gets 300 for each spell counter on this card. You can remove 1 spell counter from this card, and then choose 1 spell trap card on the field and destroy it. Very iconic, and who doesn't remember the scene where Yami Yugi snaps and really like annihilates Weevil or what's left of him during the battle, of course, during the duel. And he's not to stop. Tia has to step in and prevent him from attacking more and more. Giant Soldiers of Stone, also iconic. Earth Attribute 3 stars of Rock type monster with 1300 attack and 2000 defense. A very good defensive mechanics, of course, with 2000 defense there. Gazelle, King of the Mythical Beasts. Earth Attribute 4 stars, 1500 attack and 1200 defense, beast type. And of course, if we have this one, we do have Baphomet. 6 stars, Dark Attribute, Fiend type monster, 1400 attack, 1800 defense. It also got an effect. If this card is normal flip summoned, you can choose 1 Gazelle, King of the Mythical Beast, and put it from your deck to your hand. Yeah. Okay, next up is... Okay, can I choose a little place of space right there? There we go. Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Earth Attribute 4 stars. Rock type monster, 1400 attack, 1700 defense. Along with it, of course, the another iconic one, which is Gamma the Magnet Warrior. Earth attribute 4 stars, 1500 attack, 1800 defense. Even better attack and defense stats as the other one. And lastly, Better the Magnet Warrior. Earth attribute 4 stars, 1700 attack and 1600 defense. Do you see? It does even have many monsters that it won't probably fit onto this board. So like, I don't recall having that many monsters. Even in Battle City, but I do not remember it quite well. The video I'm talking about. So next up is King's Knight, also light type, also is light type, 4 stars, warrior type, light attribute warrior type, 1600 attack, 1400 defense, and its effect works like that. If then this card is normal summon while you control Queen's Knight, you can special summon 1 Jack's Knight from your deck. Next up is Queen's Knight, which is also light type, 4 stars, light attribute 4 stars, warrior type, 1500 attack, 1600 defense. Then the Jack's Knight, the only one with 5 stars. I think that Konami did it very unpractical in the TCG because this card should have 4 stars, in my opinion. That will be much stronger and make the deck more playable even. Light attribute 5 stars, warrior type, 1900 attack and 1000 defense. Then, next up, very iconic, Dark Magician Girl. Dark attribute 6 stars, spellcaster type, 2000 iconic attack and 1700 iconic defense. Of course, this card's effect is the card gains 300 attack for every Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in either player's graveyard. Guys, what I do I have even to say? Dark attribute 7 stars, spellcaster normal type, 2000 iconic attack and 2100 defense. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. The Dark Magician. So, but the list doesn't end here, because I have to stack them then maybe above the Yugi symbol, and then further on. Buster Blader. Earth attribute 7 stars, warrior type, 2600 attack, 2300 defense. Very classic effect. Increase the attack of this card by 500 points for each dragon type monster on your opponent's side of the field and in your graveyard. So like against the Blue Eyes deck, this fits also very well. I mean, like in the TCG. Or against Seto Kaiba. I'll just do it like over there. Or maybe there's a little bit space left on the corner. I'll try to like do it there. Then I did a thing because in the TCG there already exists a monster card, which I think it's great. They should do it with Hermes and Critias too. Timaeus, the United Dragon, which is a light attribute and does have 8 stars with 2800 attack and 1800 defense. Its effect works like that. You can spend one spellcast monster or spell trap that mentions Dark Magician from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a spellcaster monster. You only use each effect of Timaeus the United Dragon once per turn. So very good. Works with Dark Magician and spellcasters in general, which of course we have at least 2 in this deck. With Breaker we have 3. Yeah, so fits very well. And this monster card is also of course very key core to this very deck. Last but not least, we do have Valkyrie in the magnetic knight, the magnetic warrior, Mercurian magnetic warrior. Earth attribute an 8 stars, 3,500 iconic attack, and 3,850 iconic defense. And rock type monster, of course, and the effect works like that. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by using one alpha magnet warrior, beta magnet warrior, and gamma magnet warrior from your hand and or your side of the field, offering them as a tribute. You can tribute this card and then special summon one alpha magnet warrior, beta magnet warrior, and gamma magnet warrior, and from your graveyard onto the field. Well, now I'm done, guys. I placed all monster cards. So these are even not all monster cards which we get in here. Just I wanted to give you an overview there, because Yami, Yugi, and Yugi do have many more. And in the TCG in general, and in TCG special, we do also have more. So like this is my monster lineup. You might use this and try to play this deck. I think it would work very well. But let's just dive into the spell cards. We are done with the monster cards in here. And yeah. So let's just do it. Do it. Yeah, like I said, there are many other monsters, but ain't that many, but like there are many. But not ain't that much that like it maybe sound, but still there are still monsters to go, which he has in this very era played out. And yeah, so you could of course make another combination with another focus, but I thought it would be also very appropriate because it's nearer to the anime to do it like I did. But yeah, try it yourself with another if you want, or maybe with mine. First up, now the spell lineup is card destruction, which he had in this eternal duel against Lil Yugi. Very convenient if you do not have a good hand in this deck. Always recommend this card in this goat format. Dark Magic Curtain. Of course, card destruction destroys the cards in respective players' hands and throws them into the graveyard, and you have to both players have to draw the same amount of cards that they had in their hand before. Then Dark Magical Curtain, you have to pay half of your life points and to special summon one Dark Magician from your deck. You in the very turn you use that effect, you cannot summon any monsters, but you can set still. And of course, we saw it many times. Players integrated other cards from other decks in their decks, like Yami Yugi / Yugi does, because this was a card which had we saw introduced by Arcana in the Battle City arc. Very smart move, by the way. 5 stars Twilight, a very essential key card to this very arc, and also to this deck, with the 5 Kuribo brothers on the artwork. Of course, this effect works like that. If no monster, if the only monster you control is one monster with level 5, you can offer it as a tribute and special summon 5 monsters with name Kuribe, Kuribai, Kuribo, Kuribi, and Kuribo as a special summon from your hand, deck, and or graveyard. But they cannot be offered as a tribute for a tribute summon. And you can, just choose one, this once per turn, this effect. And of course, there's a 5 stars monster mentioned, but just one random. You can also use another one because this card refers, of course, to Kobo Babylon in the anime, but also makes it more flexible as we can use other 5 monster cards. I don't know if we do have them in this deck, a specific deck, but in other decks in general we can. Of course, Dark Magician got not Baphomet, I think. Baphomet does have Kobo Babylon deck, of course, but other than that, Baphomet also does. Yeah. So we can of course do that. Put that into effect with Baphomet alongside us. So I do make a little bit space there. Just a sec. Turn up a thing there. Another song maybe. There we go. Graceful Charity for drawing power. He plays it out in this very arc. I don't see him playing it out in other arcs. I'm not sure anymore about Battle City, but yeah. Draw 3 cards and discard 2. Draw 3 cards and discard 2. Magical formula, I think, was shown in his hand. Equip spell card, of course, you equip it only to Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. It gets 7 on attack. If this card is erased from the field to the graveyard, you get 1000 life points, so another bonus effect right there. Monster Reborn, a standard card in all the decks that I will be presenting, or at least at all anime decks. Of course, you can choose a monster on either play as the graveyards and special summon and face up attack, or face on defense position. Yeah, or face down defense even, because it just says to this special summon. But yeah, face up attack and face up defense is of course standard. Polymerization, very important in this deck because we want to have our Timaeus and then special fusion summon one of the fusions along with it. Bard of Greed, another drawing power engine, of course, also draw 2 cards. What does it do, guys? That's the trick question. Shadow Grave, also a special summon mechanics. You can special summon every player can special summon one monster card in face down defense position. This card also works if your opponent doesn't have any monsters in their graveyard. Fissure, which he plays out against the Orichalcus Gygus soldier, I think, or Orichalcus soldier. In order to, of course, this has the possibility to destroy the monster with face-up monster with the lowest attack on your opponent's side of the field. Specific to this arc and very iconic, because with this card he really destroys Weevil Underwood. It's a quick spell card, Berserk Soul. If a monster that you control put spell damage to your opponent by 1500 or fewer due to a direct attack, you can throw your entire hand up to the graveyard and grab the top cards of your deck, and if it's a monster card you have to throw it to the graveyard, and if you do, you can put 500 effect damage onto your opponent, and then you repeat this effect until 7 times or until you draw a non-monster card. Yeah, and if you grab a non-monster card, you can put it back onto the deck. There, it's not put to the graveyard. Very iconic spell card. Also very specific in this arc. We do not see this card anywhere else. I can spoil that much. And I think the most iconic card of this whole Yami Yugi deck, even of this whole arc, I would say, is the Eye of Timaeus. Eye of Timaeus. This card is also called Legendary Dragon Timaeus all the time, or to be treated as. You can choose one Dark Magician monster that you control, and then special summon one, or fusion summon one monster card which mentions that monster onto the field. And yeah, you can use this very card as a fusion material for that fusion summon. Swords of Revealing Light, always a very good stalling engine. Of course, your opponent cannot attack for 3 turns, and all his monsters which are set are put on unfolded. Yeah, but this card also remains onto the field, so one of its weaknesses, you might say, because Like if your opponent does have, I don't know, Harpy's Feather Dust or Heavy Storm, for example. Yeah, you have to have cards like Magic Reflector as a good, protective tactics, maybe, yeah. Mystic Space Typhoon, somewhere here, I don't know in which exact scene it was, he plays it out in order to destroy a spell trap card on the field, of course, quick spell card. And this is it, guys. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 spell cards which I thought would make all the sense in the world. There are many others, but you can use it also combine, of course. But I would do it like that. So without any other comment or something like that, we are coming from the spells and diving in directly into the traps. So trap cards, also very usual. Magical hats. You can put two non-monster cards from your deck, and then if in, I think within you can special summon them as normal monsters with 0 attack and 0 defense, and face down defense position, and then you have the one monster that you choose. If it's open, you also put it onto the field, and then 2 of your chosen non-monsters cards are destroyed at the end phase of the battle, end of the battle phase, and cannot stay there or just during the battle phase. A very good hide strategy, which he also, I think, plays out at least once against Raphael. Then we see Dark Renewal. I don't know in which exact scene, but also another adaptation from Arcana, who had this card and introduced it to the anime. If your opponent normal or special summons one or more monsters, then you can choose one of the monsters and one monster of type spell caster. So just need it to do it with Dark Magician, but you can also do it with others. Then you can special summon one spellcaster type from your deck or graveyard. The reference was Dark Magician, but you can also special summon others with Dark attribute. So it's very flexible, which I think it's also very cool, because it's not too much focused on Dark Magician only. Rope of Life, card which we saw first in the Battle City from, I think, Yami Marek it was. This card going to be activated by discarding your entire hand. One of monsters is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle. Special summon the monster sent to the graveyard to the field and have a face-up attack or defense position. And increase its attack by 800 points. By the way, this one is from Pharaoh Guardian. I think also one which I pulled back in the day, but I'm not sure. Zero Gravity. I don't know when we saw this in Battle Sea, but very, very handy. Also played this card back in the day in my deck. Changes all the battle positions. So like maybe if he has a strong board, they are changed to defense position. I mean, he's a horror monsters, and your monsters are getting to attack position. Then I have this was Rope of Life, and this is Soul Rope. Also very cool. If a monster that you control has been destroyed and put in a graveyard, except for doing the damage step, you can pay 1000 life points, summon one monster with level 4 as a special summon from your deck. So there are many monsters that you can choose from this deck then, because there are many 4-star monsters in here. Yeah. And last but not least, I think we didn't see this during Battle City in Yugi's deck, but he has Mirror Force somewhere. I don't know exactly in which scene, so just don't nail me for that. Of course, it's a good board breaker. If your opponent declares an attack, all monsters in face-up attack position are destroyed. As usual. So this is it. This is my, I think 47 cards, or 46. You guys might count if you want. Yami Yugi, or slash Yugi, Waking the Dragons. Sorry, I did forget about the fusions, of course. Very key. So, now about the fusion, but the extra deck. I'm sorry, I was a little bit too hasty. Where is it? Forget about it. So, first up, we do have Gaia the Dragon Champion. Wind attribute 7 stars, I think. Yeah. With 2600 attack, 2100 defense. I didn't have, I do not have this one in my main deck, so it's in the side deck. But you can put it in the main deck because it's a fusion out of Gaia, Gaia the Fierce Knight, and of course a Curse of Dragon. So this is in my side deck, but you might put it in the fusion deck. Of course, I have Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. Also with attribute 6 stars, 2100 attack, 1800 defense. Fusion, of course, of a Gazelle, King of Mythical Beasts, and Baphomet. And the effect works like that. This monster is always treated as a Phantom Beast monster. When this card is destroyed, you can target one Baphomet or Gazelle, King of Mythical Beasts, in your graveyard, special summon that target. Which he also, I think, does, and is very arc. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, and Dark attribute 7 stars, 2600 attack, 1700 defense, a Dragon type monster, a fusion monster out of Dark Magician Girl and 1 Dragon type, of course. The reference is, of course, Timaeus. And this effect works like that. Has to be fusion summoned with the named material fusion monsters, and along with the Eye of Timaeus, and cannot be special summoned in any other way. Once per turn, during the turn one player, you can discard 1 card and then destroy 1 face-up card from the field. Yeah, destroy it. Which it also did. Which she also did in the anime. Then we do have the last fusion summon, other than the Dragon Master, Dragon Champion, Gaia Dragon Champion, which is the Amulet Dragon, Dark attribute, 8 stars, 2900 attack, 2500 defense, a fusion summon out of Dark Magician and 1 Dragon monster. Also, of course, we have the reference on Timaeus, but also you can special summon with other ones, I think. Has to be fusion summoned with the named fusion material monsters, along with Eye of Timaeus. This is essential. And if this card is special summoned, you can choose 1 amount of spell cards in the graveyards and banish them. And if you do, this card gets 100 attack for each of this due to this effect banished cards. If this card is destroyed, you can choose 1 spellcast type monster from your graveyard and special summon that card onto the field. So now, this is my 46 or 47 cards. Yami Yugi / Lil Yugi Waking the Dragons deck profile. I will now present and showcase to you my side deck, because this is the main deck. So of course, like I said, we do have a side deck. we're starting off with the monsters. The Curse of Dragon, and then we do have Dark, a Dark attribute, Dragon type monster with 5 stars, 2000 attack, and 1500 defense. This is needed in order to fusion summon our Gaia the Dragon Champion. We do have Arc Find of Gilfer, 6 stars, I think, yeah. Dark attribute, Fiend type monster with 2200 attack and 2500 defense, and it works like that. If this card has been put to the graveyard, you can choose one face-up monster on your side of the field. You can equip it to that very monster, and the monster loses 500 attack as long as it is equipped with this monster. So like, yeah, I think this is pretty much what it does to also in the anime, but I think it's not equipped in that way. If it's the opponent's monster, then he loses 500 attack. Gaia the Fierce Knight, I mentioned it. Earth attribute 7 stars, 2300 attack, 2100 defense. We do need this also for like the fusion summon of these two. Then Black Luster Soldier, I would choose this one. You can also choose the other one because I didn't find one. Because this one, in terms of playability, this one is better. It does have the same stats and also the same attribute and type. So light type, warrior type, light attribute warrior type with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. Yeah, this very specific card here. This newer version got also an effect. Has to be special summoned by banishing one light and one dark monster from your graveyard, and once per turn you can choose one of the effects that it has. Target one monster on the field, banish it. This card can attack the turn this effect is activated, and if this card attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can make a second attack in a row. The other Black Luster Soldier is without an effect. It's a rituals summon card, as you might know, with the same stats and same attribute and type. But you can put this also into the main deck. When we do have the legendary knight Hermes, which in the TCG we got, but in the anime we don't. You can base deck, of course, more around this, but these three, but yeah, would make it more complicated, after my opinion, or not that good playability. You just have to put some cards like Valkyrian and Buster Blade out, and it would work, I think. So light attribute 8 stars, warrior type 2800 attack, 1800 defense, and its effect works like that. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be summoned with the spell card Legend of Horde as a special summon. If this card is special summoned as a special summon, you can choose one face-up spell or trap card onto the field, banish it, and once per turn, if this card is targeted as for a declared attack from your opponent, you can choose one effect monster in your graveyard until the end phase of your next turn. The name of the card is being treated like the base name of the target, and then you can also adapt the effects of that very card that you choose to that very monster or that effect of Hermes. Then you do have the legendary knight Critias, also light attribute, and it also has 8 stars. It's warrior type with 2800 attack as well, 1800 defense. Cannot be normal summon special mode. Has also to be normal summon as said. Cannot just special summon due to the effect of Legend of Horde. And if this card has been special summoned, you can choose one face up spell or trap card on the field. You banish it. Also, if this card has been targeted as an attack, you can choose one trap card from your graveyard and set the targeted trap card, and it also can be activated in that very same turn, which is also very rare. Then, last but not least, we have legendary knight Timaeus, also 8 stars. Also, light attribute of warrior type with 2800 attack and 1800 defense. Also cannot be normal summon, as I said, also has to be special summoned with Legend of Heart. If this card has been special summoned, you can choose one face-up spell or trap card onto the field and banish it. If this card has been targeted as an attack target, you can choose one spell card in your graveyard and then set it from the graveyard to the field. So, these were the monsters from the side deck. Spellcast 2 Fusion, of course, it unlocks a Fusion summon or Fusion summon monster. And then you can return the materials onto the face up onto the field from your graveyard. Yeah. Legendary Heart, of course, like I said, you have to pay 2,000 life points, offer one warrior type monster, and banish until 3 legendary knight spell cards with different names from your hand and or graveyard. And if you do, then you can summon as many legendary knight monsters with different names, especially from your hand, deck, and or graveyard, and that's a once per turn effect. Card of Sanctity. The reason why I did or put this one into the side deck, because it doesn't work like the anime. If it did, it would I would put it in the main deck. Of course, you have to banish all of your hand, and then you can, and also all of your cards on your side of the field. And then you can draw 2 cards, which is very weak in comparison to draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, and also your opponent has to draw until he or she has 6 cards in their hand. This is the first card that I want to see Konami errata back like it wasn't in the anime, and then limited to 1 in the TCG, and it would be very exciting if they did. Diffusion Wave Motion, the very card which gave Seto Kaiba and Battle City, you might say, the kill or the kill strike. Pay 1,000 life points, select 107 or higher spellcaster type monster on your side of the field. During this turn, only select monster can attack and attacks all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Effects of effect monsters destroyed by select monster in battle cannot be activated. So, Claw of Hermes, as Joey Wheeler was destroyed, Yugi put in his deck, and then had in his deck, so that's why I put this one in here. By the way, Seal of Orichalcus won't be in here because Seal of Orichalcus was just used during the battle with Raphael. Due to the effect of exchange, he got this card, but he didn't have it in his deck, technically. So, yeah. This card has been treated as a legendary Dragon Hermes. Put one monster with the type that is referred to in the Fusion Fusion monster with Claw of Hermes has been which has been special summoned along with Claw of Hermes from your hand or your field onto the graveyard. If the card is set, you show it, then summon the very fusion monster as a special summon from your extra deck, and it's once per turn effect. Blackluster Ritual. Why do I have to say it? Even what this card does, you can guess it. Like I said, I do not have the ritual version in here because I did lack it or didn't find it. So yeah. There were 6 anime exclusive cards. Pump Up I mentioned already. Then of course I think Magical Academy, Magical Pigeon, and 2 cards working with Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl or spellcasters in general. And also I think the Underworld Circle and another 2. I don't know. I don't recall them anymore. Brave Attack, of course, against Gorimo in the first duel. Burning Attack, Dark Burning Attack, which is also working with the Dark Magician Girl. Obviously, if you do have a Dark Magician Girl monster or control it, then you can destroy all monsters that your opponent controls to put into the side deck. But if you want to put it in the main deck, then do it. Your choice. Free of charge, hahaha. And of course, Soul Change or something like that. But yeah, you have to, you can special summon from a monster from your hand, and as long as it's face up in the field, you do not get any damage. If it leaves the field, the opponent wins the duel, so very much a trump card, working similar like last turn does. Chain Destruction, we do see like Yami Yugi discards this card for another effect. I think it was for Breaker maybe. If one or more monster with 2000 or fewer attack has been summoned, choose one of them, then destroy all cards with the same name in the hand and the main deck of the controller of the monster. Of course, in Battle City, he used this one against Exodia. Collected Power. Select one face-up monster on the field, equip this monster with all face-up equipped spell cards on the field. If the target of the equipped spell card is not correct, destroy the equipped spell card. Also a very powerful card. Dust Tornado. He tries to destroy the seal of Orcagus with this one. Destroy one spell trap card on the side of the opponent's side of the field. And then you can set one spell trap card from your hand. Also cool effect. I think he used Meteor Rain in this very arc as well, which is enabling piercing battle damage onto your opponent. But I do not have this card, or I didn't find it, so yeah, I did let it out. And of course, last but not least, Gaia the Dragon Champion must also be in the side deck. So this is it, guys. This is my entire main deck plus extra deck from Yami Yugi slash Little Yugi in this specific arc. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content like this, and I would put more content more regularly. I try at least to. I don't know if work delivers it, but yeah, I will try. As always, I would say this is me, Your Slifer-maniac. As always, this was Waking the Dragons, the first deck profile, more coming onto the way. Always you get a very specific and deep breath, and after that I also wish you good morning, good evening, good midday, good afternoon, wherever you witness this one. This is me, Your Slifer-maniac, and peace out.